Why did you join the military?
Why? I joined the military so I could have an experience away from the electrical engineering career that was part of my degree at the University of Minnesota. Wanted the chance to get out of Minnesota and to experience different challenges before I would ever get back to getting what in engineering. I didn't want to be in a lab at 22, working on math problems and physics problems at 22.
Do you feel the military was truly your calling?
Calling, what a great word. You know, they usually use that word for missionaries or pastors or maybe high school teachers, but yes and no. The yes, because I like discipline, I like structure, I like to work with people that are high energy and faithful and loyal, and I like what the Marine Corps in general represents. Not my calling, no, because the things that I'm most attracted to throughout my life have been the virtues, beauty, art, music, literature, philosophy, and those types of things. And the Marine Corps is not necessarily known for being a bunch of philosophers, although we do have philosophers and art majors in the Marine Corps. So there's part of me that kind of resists the structure too.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how would you think our young men would do in the military?
The young men of where?
Young men, for example, like that are police, just going to boot camp, that are actually in, I'll say Iraq right now, right? Iraq, they're overseas. How do you, from 1 to 10, how do you feel? How well are they doing?
Well, the Marine Corps has a history of good leadership, so the Marines responding to good leadership throughout the world are performing their duties remarkably well. They have acquitted themselves in combat, and certainly in peacetime they're always working on the next growth or iteration of improvement for their personal lives, but as well as the Marine Corps. And so the America has been able to provide good quality young men and women to serve as officers or enlisted in the Marine Corps.
Have you ever seen combat?
That's a question you should never ask. You know, that's almost as bad as the question, have you ever shot anybody? And so, as a helicopter pilot, I have not been shot at. And you know my ribbons class, I could show the picture of me with all my ribbons compared to a World War II Iwo Jima flag raiser, Ira Hayes. He's got like 3 or 4 ribbons, and he's been in all the nastiest fights of the Pacific with the Japanese, in the hand-to-hand in that era. I have not been shot at. Combat I've done has been very peripheral, meaning I've flown combat troops into the combat zone, but I have not seen tracer rounds go by my helicopter, nor a surface-to-air missile clip my rotor blades. No, I haven't seen that kind of combat. It's a yes-no question. Be careful with yes-no questions when you're interviewing anyone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Have you or someone you know ever suffered from PTSD?
Yes, I know a lot of people that suffer from PTSD. Some of it's combat related, but the unspoken truth is Many of the military community are already ravaging their own lives by their personal choices, their failure to be in healthy relationships, and the daily lies they tell themselves. So they might go into combat, and that might be traumatic, but there is a lot of PTSD based on their own traumatic, horrible life choices. And unfortunately, everybody's trying to blame it on a combat experience. And honestly, very, very few have seen the hard combat in the war in Iraq. The ones who have lost limbs, yes. And they're the ones fighting in the mountains, yes. The real frontline people. But a lot of them are claiming PTSD when it's self-induced.
All right, Major Foley, thank you.
Call to action is focusing on our veterans and our soldiers. You know, they took the opportunity, their time, and their will to protect us, protect our country. And I want to give a special thanks to all the veterans and the soldiers, and most that are in Iraq right now and Syria, but most likely those who suffer from PTSD. For those who suffer from PTSD, you know, Major said was important. You know, it was mostly from the past and their childhood, but although it's from war, you know, he never seen war, but those who suffer from PTSD, they're strong. That's all I'm gonna say. They're strong. They're strong-willed, and they made it this far. So it's to me, it's a good thing. I guess to talk to a fellow Marine, a retired Marine, and he was my mentor and my teacher, you know, and he taught me a lot. So without Major Foley and what he did, I wouldn't have been who I am today. So just want to give special thanks to Major Foley and to all those who sacrificed their lives for our country. Thank you.